Wow, welcome to AGTV. And you guys, we aren't seeing the live preview. I'm just looking at my camera one, just so you know. Hi, so back to Gift Ready. I think that's the fun name of our show today. And you know, gosh, we're a week before Christmas Eve, and you know, it seems kind of funny to be celebrating love, but isn't that the reason for the season? Wasn't it all about love to start with? So here we are, a container. We've got containers for love. We've got an expression of love for another, ways to do that, and we have love shared. And I think that that's what, you know, creativity is all about. And this is our final show for AGTV for this year. And you know, what's so incredible about this year, it's been about self-reflection, but it's also been about generosity and gratitude and kindness, and it's been, you know, it's just been the most amazing year. When I'm present to it, right? It's like yesterday we wrapped up 30 days of gratitude. And this morning when I went to go and write what I was grateful for, I was like, oh, wait, I'm done. I did it. And then I was like, oh, I really do need to continue that practice. And for those of you that are listening, that was, you know, something that we did at Create. And it was just amazing. And so, oh, and a little update for anybody watching who came to Create, and I promised you an amazing, amazing gift. We are hard at work on our amazing gift. And it's going to be going out sometime between... oh, well, I'm not sure. It's taking a lot longer to make than I thought, and so that's our beautiful recipe tribute to everybody that participated, and it's really pretty. I have my own copy of it. I'm going to take it with me on my holiday trips that I'm about to take, so I have you with me. So you'll get yours, I promise. Oh, thanks. Hi, everybody. It has been an amazing year. Thank you for that. And then Marie says, a gratitude journal is so valuable no matter when you do it. That is so, so true. Oh my goodness. Okay, so today's show, we have 3 amazing brand new things, and it's going to go, you know, I'm just going to show them to you really out of the gate here. We have our incredible vintage Valentines, which is a die cut set. We have our 3D concentric hearts, brand new 3D set, and then our candy wrapper box dies. Now, all of this is happening in the show. You can actually you'll be able to comment to win those things. So we're going to have some lucky winners this afternoon. So excited. Yeah, don't you love this? I mean, I look like I'm celebrating Chinese New Year, and I will be doing that in this blouse. But it was really funny this morning. I was like, okay, what in my closet? I am out of red. And so I wore a sweater today and was like, okay, this is fun, but I brought this. I was like, if I have the guts to wear this in here, I was like, I'm really shiny. And I do feel a little like the Jiffy Pop popcorn bag that I loved as a kid. But I have been wearing this to all my holiday get-togethers. So since this is our last hurrah for AGTV, I thought I would don this with Merry Measure, or whatever the lyric is, right, Heather? Oh, okay, so much fun, and so fun. Okay, very good. Oh, I love what people are telling us about what they did with their gratitude journal. All right, we're coming right back with that amazing candy wrapper box, and if you've seen it already because you're an AG member, you get a second look today, but there's so many people joining us. We're all over the place, right, for AGTV today, so whether you're watching on our YouTube channel or you're watching on, you know, even on Facebook, I would encourage you to start watching AGTV on AnnaGriffin.com, because that's where it's at. And especially in 2026, we have some amazing things coming up. So much fun. Gay's here from Cody, Wyoming, is in the house. We are so excited. Our Create this year was the first of all 50 states represented. Very, very amazing. Okay, all right. Are things still shipping before Christmas, please? Yesterday was the last day to get things shipped. Those mystery boxes are going out, you know, because we're closing for the year on Friday, and I'm so excited about a little time off, and I'm sure everybody in the studio is too. All right, like I said, we're coming right back with the candy wrapper box, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so everything that we did in 2025, like we did so many amazing things. I knew that 2026 had to continue the tradition of the container. And so this is our adorable candy wrapper box that looks like it's got tissue. It looks like it was something that a really famous department store might have made. Goes well with the blouse. So much fun. So this die set, it has the candy wrapper part, so it's going to cut and score cardstock to look like tissue. It's got window dies so that you can decorate and cut away to have acetate. And then this is the box part, and then there's decoration. And this is really great for your Valentines. It's a die set that's going to do a lot more than just make this box. And if you did participate in our create event, you know that you will be looking at these things very differently from now on. And that is looking at the pieces and the things that they cut and emboss, and then further processing them into making anything you can dream up. So here's how it works. You definitely want to use double-sided cardstock, and you need to cut 2 of the boxes to create this. So 2 of the box and 2 of the wrapper part, and the die, the window dies. And if you want that acetate, this is a cute way to do this. So we've nested this is the decorative die, and you see it's face up, the ridges are face up. And so that's just to position this in the right place. And you would cut this 2 times. So do exactly that 2 times. Now, the interesting part about putting this together, I'm not going to waste the time cutting it because you get it, right? You've got an Empress Elite machine, and in 2026, we're adding to the family, and so many exciting things happening. So yeah, you heard that here on AGTV. All right, so putting the 2 together, you're gonna seam them together, and then, those windows, we put the acetate on the inside of that. So I'll just show it to you up close. All right, so you want to fold along all the score lines. You want to warm up the part that looks like tissue, and so amazing, right? So we're going to connect the box with the little tabs, and they are small. So if you have any, dexterity issues, you just want to be really careful right here. So in connecting that edge. And if you're going to put something heavy inside the box, I would recommend gluing with hot glue, okay? Now, one side of the box is going to get sealed, so it has a normal size tab. And again, we were limited by the space, the size on our large Empress plates. That's a big surface, but we were limited there to the width. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we've connected that. That's our box base. Same thing is going to happen on the other side, but don't put any adhesive. Okay, just tuck this one in so that you can fill it, and if you fold along the score lines, it will stay closed. Okay, now this is the fun part. So again, mountain and valley fold on those 2 pieces, right? And then you're just going to take some ribbon or twine, and you're going to tie those 2 ends together. So if you're going to tie a bow or a knot, this is the way that we're closing the box so that, little fingers can't get at the candy until it's time. So you do have to untie the little ribbon, and you definitely want to do this in a way that you hang a little tag. This is part of the die set, the little heart's part of the die set, and as you're decorating, right, you can decorate the sides with that pretty little heart die cut. It was designed to fit that side. These are coming up in our show. And then if you want to, make it a surprise, cover up the acetate, cover up the window, tie both sides with the same type of ribbon, and you get the idea, right? So this is so much fun. It does feel very fancy, like maybe, like if you were at Harrods and you were like shopping the food hall, and then you were like, oh yeah, I want what's in that, right? Or like I said at the top of the show, love shared, right? A container for love, kindness, all those amazing things that we adore about crafting. We've now made you a vessel for it. And look at that, somebody's been hanging out in the kitchen. Deepa, if you're watching us today, we are still eating those Reese's, and there's some in here, right? It's because I finally put them into our kitchen for other people to have. I was hoarding them for quite some time. I think they came in October for Halloween, and then well, now somebody is doing a really good job at rationing them, and so now we have, or maybe they're just, maybe we've had our fill. Look, this one's got a necklace inside. Wow, I guess it doesn't have to be just for candy. You can put just about anything in these. Wow, that's pretty fancy. Okay, great things come in small packages. Do we like that? Oh yeah, Terry, I love this so much with 5 million O's. Okay, yes, and perfect, Joyce. This can be used for any season. It's a perfectly wrapped container for whatever it is that you're going to gift. And I say, that's your love. Okay, we're coming back with a new item that's coming up. It's in today's show, but it's also going to be in our HSN show on January 27th. Belinda says diamonds are rock candy. Oh, that's cute. How fun. And tired of Reese's peanut butters? No, never, Kathy says. Okay, well, as I stand here and reflect on Create, and when we think about Create 2024, that was something I was doing this morning, was reflecting on the year, this time last year, all the things that had occurred and how incredibly special this year has been. And what's so fun is, like, when you look back, you measure from where you started. So Create last 2024, I taught people how to make perfect bows, but a double one. Okay, that's what this is. Look at this. So this is adorable, right? There are 50 of them, not 100, 50 of them. They come in our perfect palette colors. And look at that. We could not tie that on the 2 fingers like I showed. Well, I must have practiced 100,000 times, and I probably couldn't do it to this day. I remember it, and I'm sure if you go back and watch any of those classes, you are remembering the fun of all of that, tying them on your fingers. Now you don't have to. I think that's pretty fun. I do like us, making things simpler for people. And having 100 in the pack was way too many, and so having 50, I think, is just the perfect amount. All right, look at that. So adorable little double bow. It's going to give us that perfect finishing touch. Maybe you want to think about adding double-sided adhesive to the back of the loops, and I think this goes up here so that it's front and center. Love that, right? And you really didn't have to get out the ribbon. It didn't have to, remember, it was this whole thing. It was like a wind. You would do the winding around the fingers, and I'm left-handed, so then I was doing it this way, and it was like, it was, I don't know, it was not fun. But you can see how, wow, even the simplest of cards, it adds a little dress up to it. And if you were thinking about adding these to a gift tag, I think they're perfectly sized, right? So it's not too big, and it's that 1/4 inch ribbon. So wow, maybe you're using the grand staircase dies, and the bow goes on a wreath. I love that, and I love this, right? So even our pockets. Do you remember these pocket dies? And then our first 3D border dies. This is a great project. Let's see when this is from. 2013. I love that. Okay, so we've been digging through the archive, right? We look for things that we love, and then add these bows to it. And it's like, so I just want to show you, like, to me, timeless. Everything about this, timeless. So these were our pockets, and then our first 3D border dies, all right there. And again, so maybe you have Francesca. You see how the gold works perfectly, the perfect palette of the sage green, and then, of course, our beautiful pink. So love that for everything. Tammy's so funny. I use a fork to make my own bows. Okay, well, I made it easy for you. I think they're on sale today. Yes, they are. Let's see. It's right. So this is fun, and maybe if you're joining us on AGTV for the first time ever, what happens is we put everything in the show on sale, and and then it goes back to normal price. So it's almost 30% off today for those 50 bows. I love it. So they're 1.5 by 2.5 inches. So love that. I'll show them to you again. 5 different colors. Love that. Me some perfect bows. Yes, I do. All right, we're coming back with a really pretty cardstock set that is back in stock. Okay, our team is in the chat if you're asking questions. Like, I just happened to see, the candy boxes, the same ones from Create. No, but they were featured in our members only show in November. So AG members, they always get to see things first. So how much fun. So AGTV, our last show of the year, if you're just joining us, we have some amazing things that are all about love. And we think around here that love is a timeless subject. Doesn't matter what time of year we spread it, right? And we're giving you all these beautiful ways to show people that you care. So our Teacup cardstock is back, and it's 48 sheets of double-sided cardstock, and it's just so pretty, right? Different patterns, really beautiful, different floral patterns from all the years, right? It's a lot like our floral anthology, but less pages. So 48 sheets, and then there's some things that are not in that set here as well. And look at that rose collection paper. Look, there's Virginia in its darkest form, and then our beautiful damask. And on the back there are tonals and foil and lovely coordinates that work perfectly for this. So if you're somebody that's used all yours up, it's fun that it's back, and I think it really does support our theme of love today. So you are loved, and so you see the card is in the background. This is on the back of the paper, and the same thing. Starting from scratch, you end up with the Teacup cardstock. You can really create any size card. Of course, we like to start with the 5 by 7. So we've just made the face of the card, but then the back, right, with the foil, gets the fancy die cut, and that's lovely. And then that rose sheet, right, looks like we're doing paper tricks. And then this little girl, she's coming up in our die cuts. So I love that. So lots of lovely things and great ways to use this paper. And so it's going to, go with everything in your craft room, anything that you've ever bought from us. We like to, we like to have a central theme and a central color palette so that it remains timeless and is perfect. So yeah, I love that. Can I use this paper for a book nook? Of course. So much fun. Any papers work for the book nook, and I think even if you're using cardstock that is lighter weight for the book nook, that we're talking about something we did at Create, the lighter cardstock, you just want to double up the sides. You know, you have to cut those anyway, so you want to use a thicker paper, just duplex it. So when we do teacup stuff around here, we really do it. Isn't this beautiful? 48 sheets, double-sided teacup cardstock, and you can see how all the little patterns are working on the inside. And I love that way of looking at a whole collection all at one time. Now, just like Heather said, let's see. She said it's on sale. All right, 23% off, 48 pieces, and this is perfect for anything, Valentine's and spring related, birthdays. So much fun. All right, now we are coming back with a special guest, so don't go anywhere. Welcome, Nancy. Hello.
Hello, Anna.
Oh, you're on the last AGTV of the year. What do you think?
That's exciting. It's exciting. I get to end the year out.
I love how festive you are. Oh my goodness. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I originally was from Huntsville, Alabama. Like you, I had parents that were very crafty, and my mother was very crafty. We had an art and craft store and a ceramic business back in the day before Michael's and all that. And so I grew up doing that. And in 1999, we moved over here with my husband's job. And I told my husband, I said, if I moved to Atlanta, I want to, try to see if I can go do some consulting with Plaid. And I ended up, there was a guy in New York I started doing some product development work stuff with, and then went to Plaid, started doing some consulting and design work with them, and was going to QVC and doing shows. And I don't know if you remember, but you and I met the first time, I think it was the first time you were on. When I was at Plaid, they told me that they were bringing in Anna, and I was so excited. And we got to meet in the green room. And I don't know if you remember, that's been a long time ago.
It was like, it would have been 2001 maybe, or 2002.
I think about 2 or 3. Yes,
wow.
I think it might have been 1. Yes, I think it might have been 1. Yeah, because I lost my mother in 2001, and she was still living when I was doing that. So that's how. Yeah, you're right.
And mine was too, and that was a major thing, that QVC launch and those days. You and I haven't aged a bit.
No, you have, and I have.
So
you look just like you look just like you looked in the green room.
Well.
Years ago.
Thank you. But it's all the lighting. Tell me, so we go all the way back to Plaid and those amazing days of, I think I think of them as my founder of our television career, because I said to Carol Smith, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to be on TV, and I didn't know what I was saying at the time.
Yeah. It was so much fun.
It was,
and I will say that is probably the most fun I've ever had in my life. Doing the creative work and the design work, and I just hit a point in my life that I kind of felt like it was time for a career change. I don't see how you do it, because I know how this industry, it's constantly you're going to bed sleeping, thinking about what you're going to do next. And I just kind of made a career change and got into real estate and started doing more quilting, which I've always done, and was still doing scrapbooking. And then when you started going on HSN, I started following you there. I didn't know about Create until 2020. I don't know how I found out about it, but boy, the minute I found out about Create, I've been doing every one since 2020. I've done every single one. I have got every product I think you've made since you've been on HSN up to now. I've got a duplicate box. I buy so much I forget I've got it. But you just absolutely amaze me, Anna. The creativity you've got. And I'm so excited to see what's coming in 2026. I can't imagine.
Oh, Nancy, thank you for that. You just said some things that I think people need to hear again. So you have a duplicate box. Tell us about that again.
Well, it's a box that says Anna's Duplicates. And when I order, I see something, I like it, and I forget I've got it, and I get it home, and I think, oh, I've actually got some triplicates in there. And I realize I've still got it, so I just put it in the little box, and it's a pretty big box now. So,
I love it. And so it says here that your husband knows that there's a box coming every week. Now that is some serious commitment after 25 years. My goodness.
I've actually had 3 this week, and I think I've got 2 more in line coming.
Do you have the mystery box thing? Yeah.
Well, it got held up because my charge card expired and I forgot to change it on Shopify. And so I've got to get in touch with Stephanie. I changed it and it's still messed up for some reason. But yeah, I'm waiting for that. And I'm waiting for the new. I'm excited about the new one that's starting in January too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we did a whole new custom mystery. It's mystery paper crafting, and so January 7th. I'll go ahead and mark your calendar for January 7th.
I've got it marked.
It's launching at 12 o'clock in this AGTV environment, and so many amazing things coming your way. And we won't be having any duplicates because for you, because I spend a lot of time doing just like you said, like go to bed thinking about what I'm going to do next. Yeah. And one of the things that I really want, and the minute I say this, now I have to make it happen. And that's the magic around here. It's like I see the thing, and then I say I'm going to do the thing, and then I do the thing. Is that I want us to have an app, an Anna Griffin app, where it keeps track of all your crafts. And so then you would know you had it already, and it's like a personal filing cabinet for your craft room. Don't you? I think it sounds fun, doesn't it?
That'd be awesome. I don't know how you do it, but that would be awesome.
yeah, and I don't either, but I'm sure there are people for that.
So, and I have to tell you though, watching how you've grown and evolved, and just the creative person you've become, it's just been absolutely amazing. Seeing your career, it's just, you're phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Nancy, thank you so much. That just made my day and my year and the whole thing. So thank you for being with me all this time, way back from Plaid and forward. And I'm back with you now, so I'm not going anywhere. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you in May for Create, right? And then since you're just down the street, maybe we'll see you, around town.
I'd love it.
Okay. All right. Well,
listen, I'm glad you guys are getting some time off. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and enjoy some relaxful time, and try to turn the mind off for a little bit.
I will. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thank you for being such an incredible support to us for all these years.
And Merry Christmas to you and your whole team.
Thank you. Bye,
Appreciate
Nancy.
all y'all do. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we should just do that, right? We should just do guests. Okay, see, there's another thing. I say the thing, and then we have to do the thing. Okay, all right. Coming back with wreaths, but not the Christmas kind. So nice to see you in the chat. I bet you're going like this at me on the screen. So much amazing. And this is so funny. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you too. Okay, we love the dress. It's just not a dress. It's a shirt. It's from a company called Hyacinth House. But of course, it came from Tuckernuck, my favorite online fashion shopping extravaganza. And if you missed it, you're just joining telling us, this has been my holiday attire. I keep showing up in different things, like different skirts, but the blouse, it's like in the Seinfeld show, right? What was it? The puffy shirt? The puffy shirt. And my puffy shirt. Okay, yeah, that got some laughs in here. All right, here we go. 120 wreath stickers and sentiments, right? So it's 60 wreaths, 60 sentiments, and these are all occasion and lovely birthday, well, they're mainly birthday things where, look at this. If you love our big flower stickers, what we've done is we've taken them and made them into wreaths, and it's 2 pieces of cardstock. It's a sticker. What's happened is that these can go on the face of a card so beautifully, and they're all different colors, from the blues and reds to purples, and then look at this. So sweet birthday wishes, it's your birthday, happy birthday, sending birthday love, all the things that you might want to start thinking about, right? We in January are launching our brand new birthday greetings card making kit, and see, isn't that pretty, right? The front door, maybe people are moving, you want to send something that's very thoughtful, or you know, you're thinking about that grand staircase die, right? That wreath that was on the window. Lovely way to add something that really just sets off the sentiment, right? So either on top or behind. So fantastic. Okay, so I love this. All right, so let's make something. Let's play with them. Oh, I love this. The ribbon, gosh, the ribbon dies out of the vellum. Okay, look at that. So hooray, it's your day. Here, what's happened is that the sticker, the wreath sticker has been cut up, right? So instead of using the circle as it was, it's cut in half and spread out. There's 2 of them on the front of that. So many ways to think about this, the circle differently, right? And I think when you're getting 120 embellishments, a full 120, that's 60 sentiments and 60 wreaths, you really can play with them and have, have the best time. So this is, it's just thinking about when I left Florida, and in November, and I put up a tree, and I put up a wreath, and the wreath is there, and it's without ribbon. Can you believe that? I have a house with a wreath with no ribbon. So I promptly bought myself the most beautiful ribbon that's like this wide, and it's blue, and the wreath is flocked. It's really pretty and white and perfect for the beach. And that's my first order of business, is to put the bow on the wreath. So there you go. All right. Will Anna explain the new box before the 7th? No, that's the mystery box. It's the mystery, and for those people that have participated in it all year long, it's been everyone's favorite thing. And it has been in 2025. We did it in 24. We did it in 25. It has been it's been more of like for lack of a better expression, a crapshoot. So, crafts, crapshoot. It was a crapshoot. And so next year, this is the explanation that you're going to get, is that it's a mystery paper crafting set. Now, we're talking about major stuff. So we're going to open up registration on January 7th. And so it's an auto ship, and it goes all year long. We've designed them all already, and it is so much fun, and it is way more than you would ever expect to get, but all in one beautiful place. And on AGTV, we are going to be teaching you how to make things from the box. So lots of fun. All right, I have to come back. Let's go. All right, let's do some Kirigami next. How about that? about the mystery box. Pay attention, people. This is really good. This is our last AGTV show of the year, and I've got the bundle to end all bundles, okay? And we have some archive things coming up. We have brand new things coming up. Pay attention. This is more important than that. Okay, Kirigami bundle. Okay, so this is where I think that we really excel, right? In the figuring out the things that are quite complicated. Today, this is a bundle of the rectangle Kirigami that was made for our Create event, and the diamond Kirigami bundle, bundled together, you're not choosing, made for our Crop It Home 5 event. These are going to do this. It's going to shred the paper. Look at this. There's two. Look at that. There's two in there. The diamond's in the bottom and the rectangle's on the top, and it's like a cage. Isn't that fun? We taught you how to do this in our finishing school classes. This is a box top, and we taught you in finishing school how to make this entire project, right? The box, look, it has a false top. Isn't that fun? It's really just that deep, but then it has this wonderful treasure Kirigami on top. So if you're an AG member, you know that you can watch that at any time. But today's bundle is the coolest of the coolest, 41% off. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how it works really quickly so that as you are taking a piece of cardstock and you put the tines of the ridges of the die face down into the cardstock, and the project that we're doing, you have to cut two, so this would cut the base, and then if I had wanted to, I would have put this here, and then it would have cut out the Kirigami all together. But isn't this, I think this is just the coolest thing to show it still inside the paper, right? So you use the shadow die to cut it completely out, but isn't that the coolest, all right? So it's like a 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch of cardstock, and it's, you know, it's not as delicate as it looks. Like you see, I'm just wrecking it, but isn't that fun? So it hides a little message on the inside of the card, and we do that with both the diamonds and the rectangles. So here we've got a fun little scrappy base, and then we're going to put the message underneath. So for my dear Valentine, then when you cut the Kirigami with the shadow layer, it does give us an entire die cut. So here we put the foam adhesive on the edges, we put it over the message, okay? And each one of the dies has a little hole in the center so that you can thread ribbon through it, okay? And then you can create a pull for the Kirigami. So you are getting diamonds. Yes, diamonds, and you're getting rectangles. Okay, the amazing part about this is that this die is so strong that this is 2.5 pieces of cardstock, and cutting the Kirigami, right, you can cut over the die cuts. Let's just do that because I like to show you how cool this is. I mean, this is some major stuff, right? This is probably my most famous thing that I wanted to see happen out of our archive. And the antique cards that use this, they were cut by hand, right? So this, you know, is now innovation where look at that. Look at that. That's 2.5 layers of cardstock. These are the die cuts that are coming up in the show. And that is now available as this amazing overlay. So let's take a pretty card, right? That's cute, right? That's using those. But if we take that Kirigami and the layer and add foam adhesive to all the sides, okay, and then look, we even have a double bow pull. Okay, right, it definitely needs sound effects, and yes, we need to, you know, make a joyful noise. Okay, very good, lots of fun. That's the bundle, and amazing to have for all of your crafting. So this is a card with a surprise inside. It is a card that people go, oh my goodness, how did you do that? And it's so appropriate for every single occasion. So if you want to just look at that, tiny triangles, put 2 of them on the front of the card. The possibilities are endless. Okay, it's 41% off. That's a special bundle, end all bundles for AGTV today. All right, coming back with a Simply kit that you might have already used up, but we brought it back just for our show today. Okay, I remember sending this amazing kit to some friends of mine in Omaha, and so that they could make Valentines. And this is our Simply Rocking Valentine card making kit, and this is fun for everyone. This is, I mean, it is fun to make and a joy to receive, because look at this, right? So it stands up, and I mean, you don't even have to do much to have them rock. And all the embellishments are there, the fancy hearts. It's 35% off today. This is the coolest. All right, so you get the instructions. We do a lot of balancing of embellishments so that the rocking mechanism can happen. But we also do something that is very helpful, and that is, you see, this is the card, and it folds, right? It folds back, and the rocking part is already made, and we made a little connector for this part so that it doesn't fall over. And then you have our traditional card making pieces where you're choosing a layer, you're choosing embellishments, you're choosing flowers, and of course it comes with the envelope and the instructions and the foam adhesive. So everything in one place. Now, this is how that little mechanism works on the base, and so I'm going to just put those down. So you take this and you fold along the score lines, and you either make an M or a W, and it has double-sided adhesive already applied, okay, so that when you pull that off, you just pinch it together, and then you're going to connect the bottoms, okay? So right along the bottom, we're just going to pinch. I'm going to make sure that it's not coming out beyond the cut, all right, so that I now have a card base that works perfectly. Now, I would, you know, you could or can choose a card layer here. This doesn't have that, but I'm going to add some fancy embellishments, but I'm also going to do this first, okay? So what I just did, right, so okay, nice and balanced, a little light on this side. Okay, so I'm going to go back and add a little weight to this. And so if you were sending love, there we go. Now I got a little more weight on this side, but that's just from the stacking of the embellishments. So lots of ways to say, hello, love, be my Valentine. Maybe you want to make this an anniversary card. How many people have anniversaries coming up in 2026? Are they big ones, right? Are they important ones? Maybe you want to send this to somebody that's not feeling well. I'm going to send you some love. All we have to do is change out the sentiment. So lots of fun. So you're making, are we making 10 or 12 of these? We're making 12 of these with this set. It's 108 pieces. So amazing. Okay, love the rocking cards. Oh yeah, okay, good. Who would you send this to? All right, there we go. There we've got anniversaries coming up. 50, Diane. Oh, how fun. 50 years, amazing. 37 years, Angel, Diva Jan. Hey, my friend. Okay, so much fun. All right, so love this. Okay, Lindsay, 29 years. Okay, we're talking about wedding anniversaries, aren't we? Wow. Gosh, you guys, that's amazing. Wow. Oh, parents will have their 70th, 30 in April. Oh, it's going really fast. 21, 35, 57. Hike. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, how much fun. All right, so this one's a good example of, look at that. It did not fall over. This is like a Super Bowl of card making. I love it. Okay, so there's an example of one side too many embellishments or foam adhesive. Okay, so much fun. This is a kit that, if you haven't tried, it's our Simply kit, meaning that every single thing that you need to make this card is in this box, including the instructions. So it's a great thing to take on the go. It's a great thing to gift another person because that loves to make things, because there's really nothing to it. Okay, we're coming back with our brand new Valentine die cut set that I've been talking about for weeks. it's funny, I didn't realize that the packaging didn't make it to our normal like folio packaging for this item. It's gonna come to you and you're gonna go, wait, that's really small. But okay, just think about this, we're not wasting anything. This is our vintage Valentine die cuts. There's 84 of them, all right? We're flat, not 3D stickers, brand new for today. Amazing. Look at this. Okay, as you are creating, maybe you have the Harlequin bow dies and you want a little ephemera to stick into the pockets or in between the ribbons. This is so easy to do. And what's so pretty about them is that it's a collage of things, okay? And so that's what I love the most, right? So we have, so this is from my archive in its rare self, and this is like so delicate that it was even hard to reproduce. But we added the red background to it, but this was a tiny, every bit of this was cut and embossed and done, you know, way back in the 1800s, and then we start designing with it, right? So we add these beautiful old world things to, there we go. Isn't that cute? A little love letter. We have a little cherub. We have big roses, and so all of these, they just get, you know, it's a nice old and new. It's a concentration of new patterns. We saw this in the heartfelt cardstock, and then you see the fun thing that's been designed with it. So each one of these goes together to create something really special, and as you look at this, maybe you think, okay, I want those vintagey things. This is a great way to keep that spirit alive. So all the time, right? So there's that little envelope and a rose, and so they're little collage elements. I just keep going. 84 of these. They are duplicated, meaning that you're getting multiples of them, and so you're getting 3 of 28 different unique designs. Okay, so cute. Let's make something. Let's make it with the cherub. All right, so pretty paper. Wow, look at all of them all together. Big, giant pink roses. They look very nostalgic to me. It'd be my Valentine. All right, let's put a little bow on that right there. How adorable. So much fun. And then the same thing, like if you were getting that, there's that heartfelt cardstock, a little vellum, printed vellum, and then combining 1, 2, 3, 4 of the vintage die cuts, because you get 84 of them. Again, those double bows, they are really playing hard today. You see how nice that looks, right? So everything in our amazing show today is focused on sending and giving love, and so we're doing that with these wonderful old world images from my archive. So love this. Okay, so amazing. Put a bow on it and sign it. Yes, very good. Thank you, Rita. Wow, it has been so much fun to stand here and see everybody participating on our chat here on annagriffin.com. That's really nice. Oh, we're still doing wedding anniversaries. I love that. Okay, so are you making a card? So all of you people that have been married forever, you know, me, I've been divorced forever. Are you making a special card this year? You know, like of all the things that we did this year, right? The generosity, kindness, and gratitude stuff, like do that, apply that to the anniversary card, right? The amazing marking of time, all those incredible years that you all have. Yes, always make hubby a card. Okay, fantastic. Good job. Okay, look at that. Marge has been from Texas, 12 years in 2026. Okay. Oh, so amazing. All right, so brand new, these little die cuts, love those. We're coming back with some cards to put them on. Holly. Hey, Holly. That's really funny. Congrats on your divorce status. That's hysterical. Oh, I love it. Okay, right, exactly. Yeah. But you know, I was just talking about that this morning. In my walk down memory lane, not of this year, but just in the whole thing. So it was like the evolution of my life and how incredible it has been. And to think that I got to experience all these things that I have done so far, and just this is the tip of the iceberg. So excited about all the things that are happening in life and right now, and all the things that we're bringing you from this amazing company that I founded. And so all that. So the divorce thing works too. Okay, here we go. Valentine Perfect Patterns, 36 cards and envelopes. They are something. They are every single one of these colors that we just saw in the antique ephemera, from peach to the beautiful blue to pinks, and then of course reds and foil stamps, and just so fun. I'm trying to get to the craft paper. There we go. There's everything in this. So 36 different, there's lots of different designs. There are 2 each of 25 different patterns in this. Now, this is the jumping off point. This is where if you want to make a card and you want to use your dies, you want to use your papers, right? We want to, we just want to think about, oh, wow, the cards, having this many of them, right, makes it so that you can cut them apart. You can use them as layers. It's a great way to get a lot of different patterns, and you can even die cut the card fronts, right? Just slit the front off of them and then die cut it. All right, this is coming up in our show. This is the 3D concentric hearts. My goodness. All right, of course, we're going to make something really quickly. We've got an upside down butterfly, so it's getting it covered up with the double bow. Absolutely beautiful. And see how it's like it's cards. It's a card head start, right? There's nothing in our line that's going to compete or conflict with these card bases, and everything is going to go on top. And those are on sale today as well. Everything's on sale. Wow, 20% off. So much fun. Need a little head start? Get the Valentine Perfect cards. Okay, now we're coming right back with that brand new die set, and I realized I started talking really fast, so I'm going to take a breath. Okay, so, Annette lost her husband of 45 years this year. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry for your loss. And that is, there it is, right? It's love, it's loss, right? There's just, but you had the love. And that's what today's show's about, right? It's all about spreading the love, whether it's through gifting or card making or just making something with the universal symbol of love, and that's our new 3D hearts. So love this. Look at that scalloped shadow layer. Isn't that pretty? You would use this for all kinds of things. And then the heart, it doesn't have a hole in it, I promise, but it does cut this, okay? But it's designed to put this in it, okay? So this is what I decided that this was more meaningful to do this. And this is based on a really beautiful antique thing that I have that came from one of those vintage Valentines from Germany way back when. Look at that. There's a little candy box made with them. So many fun things that we are going to be doing with these dies. And what if you are somebody that wants to make easel cards? Adorable. So you see how big the heart is on the front of like a 5x7 card. So the outer die and the shadow layer, they're almost 5 inches. So this is a nice big set. So this is how it was designed to work, right? It's a nest. And so we're going to use that fun, crazy iridescent paper that's coming up in our show. It's back in stock. gosh, who knew you were gonna love that so much? You know, I say use it sparingly. What's going on? I'm just gonna show. Yeah, there we go. I love, 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 right? So we get all that. Look at all that going on. Meow, bow, chicka, bow, bow. So much fun. Look at that tiny little, we like to call this a fillet. And if you know that from finishing school, right? So we have that tiny little heart, then there we go. It's gonna go back inside. So many things you can make with this. I just etched that plate, didn't I? I wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. It was on there so that I would actually make that instead of what I did, but I kind of like looking at the whole thing. All right, so holes no more. There we go, right on the top. Then look at that, so more. So 3 hearts, beautiful. You are loved in every way. So cute. So Valentine's concentric hearts, you know, I think you could add these to our members only die set from last week. That would, this would be really fun. And there we go. Just so many ways to use this. You know, this is going to be one of those die sets that I know that we're going to use year over year, and that you can use, right? So if you have any of our previous things that look like this one has that 3D technology. It looks like the antique doily that it came from. And so love that. Okay, lots of ways to play. Very good. All right, so next we're coming right back with that fancy bound chicka bound bound cardstock. Brown chicken, brown cow, Kathy says. That's good. Brown chicken, brown cow. I love this. Okay, yes, the members only show is on replay. You just have to log into your account and it's in the membership page. And AGTV is always on replay. You can watch on demand, and our whole AGTV page has 12 shows at a time that you can watch, which is really fun. But the stuff isn't guaranteed to be there, because what happens in these shows is that all the stuff that we allocate for the shows, it gets sold. So, and then we're shipping. So this is our last day of shipping. So your order's going out today if you've ordered in this show. Look at that. So luxury iridescent foil cardstock, 12 sheets, 6x8, 12 sheets, 8x12. What does this do? It's a rainbow of extravaganza, especially here in the studio. 8x12 fits our large Empress plates. A 6x8 also fits our standard Empress plates. And when I say use it sparingly, right, this is fun. This has like it's got a vibe to it, but see how it's fun underneath. So the concentric dies that we were just showing, I think that's really pretty underneath. But if you want to take, like maybe you take the Valentine perfect cards, right? We just showed those. And then you take this is one of those beautiful edge die, the concentric ones. You see, it's just starting to glow around the sides. Now you take those vintage die cuts, you make a collage, add the concentric heart, and then a little frame at the bottom. Okay, that's what I mean, sparingly, right? It's starting to look old, right? I think this paper does make things look a little more vintage. Maybe you like to emboss it. It's really blinding off of my shirt. So that's what's going on. I don't know that it's all that. See, every time you see the pinky red, it's my shirt. So it's wrong shirt for this paper. Let's see if I can do this. All right, let's try that. Oh yeah, see, more blue, more yellow, more green. As long as I don't get in there. So that's it in its real life, but when I come into the picture, you see more red and green. Okay, love that. All right, so that's on sale, right? Yeah, that's on sale. That's 25% off because it sold completely out the last time we showed it. Wow, isn't that something? I was in the warehouse the other day and I was like really going, where did everything go? Where did all the stuff go? It was like, what a year we have had between all the new releases and all the things. I was just like, thank you for participating with us in the way that you have. It has been an incredible, incredible year. And so in the face of some incredible things, challenges, and so, you know, I don't know that I'd ever say that, you know, we have a huge loss as a company, but at the same time we had this enormous gain, which was that we can do anything. And, you know, I'm just really so present to that today. So one of the things that if you have enjoyed AGTV or a create event this year, or you know, anything that you found joy in being creative, we encourage you to become an AG member, and that is a way that you can join us pretty much every single day. It's the way Create comes to life every day. Our membership is something that we spend a lot of time cultivating, and so there's our landing page of our website, and right at the bottom there's an invitation to membership, and so amazing. That it's $99 a year, it's $12.50 a month, and you get 10% off full price items. But the thing is that this is a community, and we have a community feature where you can join like-minded crafters in a private environment. You can post your projects, you can talk to people like we do during our Create event. So it's an amazing thing to experience. Plus we have these classes that happen all the time, 24/7, and we just posted the most beautiful little class, and you'll see that. Oh, see on my update, I updated it. Did you see I did that? I love that. I had like 10 minutes to myself, and I've got to update this, and I did. So there it is. That's the class we just posted, and it is our rocking horse dies, which were amazing for our members only products, and that's where you really do want to participate with us, because the rocking horse was a members only designed product. We also launched last week, we launched a pop-up die set just for our members, and next year there are 3 new members only items per month, and it is so incredible. So they become collector's items. So amazing. Okay, so let's give away those 3 new things that were in our show. So this is how you win. You're gonna answer a question I'm gonna ask, and you do it in the chat on AGTV. And what's so fun, I left out the collectible pin, which has been the best part about membership. So every month there's a collectible pin that you can wear on a really special thing that only goes out to people in January. So anyway, so January 7th is our next AGTV show. January 12th is our next members only show. And it's a doozy. So that means it's a Duesenberg. My dad used to always say that. It's a doozy. No, you mean a Duesenberg. Yes, that's where that came from. Okay, so what's important is that you join us January 7th and January 12th, okay? Do that. All right. Now, today I have a question for you, and so where did I meet Nancy Hamby? Where did I meet Nancy Hamby? And so the people that answer in this chat correctly, I want number 30, 31, and 32 to be our winners today. So much fun. Okay, so there we go. All right, yeah. So we met, yes. She was at Plaid, and we met at QVC in the green room 25 years ago. Isn't that fun? And then there she is doing every single event and having every product, and then on all the things. And so it was lovely to have her as our final guest of AGTV this year. Oh my goodness, so exciting. So I want to wish I see our people in our team in the chat, they got you. And you'll see on the blog, we do a replay, a lowdown, a live stream lowdown about this show, and so that you can be prompted to go back and watch, and we'll see those winners there. They're always put on the blog, so never fear. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you paid attention. Thank you for participating. And see, isn't that cute, the little rocking horse? Everybody, it has been such a pleasure to have you on our very own private live stream, or not so private, live stream platform, where we have brought you shows at least 3 times a month and release brand new product right here on AGTV. And I get to tell you about it from my heart. And I get to show you the very best things that our crafts team has made. And so I invite you to join us next year for everything AGTV, because it's about to get a lot more fun and a lot more ways to participate with us. And before I say goodbye, I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, however you choose to celebrate, and whatever you choose to celebrate. May it be the best year ever. Bye for now.